Hello. I think we're ready to go. Hi. Good timing. The song's just ending. So we'll just hop over here. I'm not entirely set. There's also a loud car outside, so I don't know what to do about that. We should give it a sec. It happens. I also did not set the VTuber into position. I didn't even hit start yet. Get to this screen at least before we officially jump in. Alrighty then, we are back with more Wind Waker HD. So, last stream we ended up doing a lot of collecting. We did get a little bit of story progress done. We got the last pearl, for example, and placed 2 out of the 3 pearls on the respective Triangle Islands, but that's as far as we got. So, to kick things off, there's a couple of optional things we can do on Dragon Roost. So, we're back here, ready to go. So for example, if we climb all the way up here, you might notice those little, like, spires out there. Well, we can actually get over there. It might take a little bit. We'll try. Off stream, by the way, I did stop by the cavern proper and farmed for a ton of collectibles. I didn't get everything I needed, but I got a decent amount of what I needed, including 20 gold feathers. For you. Hey, that's what my girlfriend wants, a golden feather. So how many of those do you have? So are you really going to let me have 20 of those? Sure. Really? Are you sure? Yes! I'm going to stick these little beauties in a letter and send them off right away. I'm going to tell her all about you, too. I'm so happy, seriously. It's not much, but please accept this. You got an orange rupee, hell yeah. I thought you were supposed to give me something else. Or maybe it's in a letter. Yeah, I think it's actually in a letter that we get later on. But I'll double check that in a bit. For now, I guess we'll go to Dragon Roost next, of all places. Yeah, I think that is what the deal is there. It's been a hot minute since I've done this in full. Oh, this is the wrong way. It's the upper path. Yeah, we'll get the letter later on, so we are all good with that quest. But for now, let us make our way to the cavern proper. Get stuck on a door frame, that works too. There's something we can actually get now that's very out of the way, but this is like the best chance to get it, which isn't ideal, but them's the breaks sometimes. One nice little detail is that the lava's all cooled down, so you don't have to worry about, like, burning yourself passing through here anymore. That's very convenient. In general, this shouldn't take very long, I hope. We still have time to actually start the next dungeon, but I guess we'll see about that. Also, by the way, if you actually leave and enter a room, all of the collectibles respawn, or, like, the collectibles on each enemy will come back, so hypothetically you can just leave and re-enter. That's how I farmed the golden feathers really easily. We're gonna be a little cheeky here, I think. So we got the Deku Leaf now, which means we can kinda glide all over the place. Gotta be a little careful, but yeah, instead of going the long way around, we're just gonna drop down here. Again, I have actually done that in a randomizer, so that's how I knew that was possible. But that'll save us a little bit of time at least. In general, I do feel like this is a lot of padding. To be honest, I hope this is the right way. I think it is. Actually, let's cheese that a little bit. Voila, we don't even need to use the grappling hook, for that part at least. Now, how I survived this is a good question, actually. Okay, the shield works for that. Hi Peter, thank you for the hug. Hope you're doing well. Now, the million-dollar question, and something I will try to find out, is can we actually glide the other way? I think the answer is gonna be no. You got the Dragon Tingle statue. It bubbles over with warmth. It will be waiting for you on Tingle Island. Complicated is the answer I'll give. Okay, so we can't do that. So actually, at this point, it might be faster to save and quit. So let's load the game back up. And by doing that, we are back at the entrance. So I think that does save time, actually, a little bit. So we'll make our way back through to, Dragon's Island. Now, do I want to do anything else here while we are here? Because there are a couple more things we could do here. There's sort of like a mini enemy gauntlet, but it's only for rupees. It's like, it says a purple rupee. I don't know if that's that worth it, but also we need a lot of money if we want to get everything possible in this segment. So I guess we'll see. How do I get there, actually? That's a good question. I thought I went through here and it wasn't the right entrance, but we'll see. Okay, this is correct. This also sucks, by the way. I hope you like gliding, because we'll be doing that a lot today, actually. Because I think the guide tells you to do the, or says to do the flight control platform next, and that's gonna suck. I might save just in case it goes horribly awry. That is not the direction. I accidentally held the control stick too long, and it automatically toggled to east. I want it to go northeast. That doesn't look right, actually, but I'll trust that that's correct. I mean, if you want, you can actually get the card rocks here too, because there's a bunch nearby. I just feel like you have a great chance of falling into the water by doing it this way, so I tend to not. Okay, so a little landing point to help refresh your stuff. Got a little monument, actually. And a big-ass arrow pointing upwards, so we can't even see Linkle. She is being completely obscured by this rock. Is it north or is it northwest? It's really hard to tell sometimes. Luckily, card rocks aren't too dangerous. They're just annoying more than anything. So yeah, our next stop is that little thing right there. Oh shoot. I pressed X when I meant to press Y. That was almost really bad. I actually don't know if I have enough height for this. Okay, cool. Neat. Okay, so that was on me for pressing the wrong button. That is a very strict glide, apparently. So, I guess we'll just ignore that for now, instead of climbing all the way back up, for the time being at least. Since we're here, I figure we might as well take care of this thing over here. Got this big-ass rock, so, there are two ways in here, actually. If you're doing a randomizer, this is relevant. If you walk over, there should be a pickup prompt, which obviously we can't do anything about that yet. But that is worth noting because that means we get an item in the future that'll help us out there. I like how the screen was different there, but not in the actual cutscenes. Again, slight oversight, but it's fine. This is completely optional just for rupees, but again, I need a lot of rupees, so it's fine. But you have a lot of these little things around Wind Waker. You have these little, like, enemy challenges. So you just go through all the different rooms, clear them out, and it'll light up each torch for the corresponding door you entered. Though in this case, it looks like it just loops you back to the main room. But this is actually moving forward. Okay. So door number 2. This is going to be these guys. Which again, they kind of suck because they drop the little enemies that slow you down. But it's fine. No problem. Wow, that's a lot of hearts actually. Hi Serena, thank you for the head pats. Hope you're doing well. There we go. So next up is this door, I guess. I'm going not in order. Technically, the other door would be door number 3 if I'm going clockwise, which I kind of was, but oopsie. Choo-choos. There we go. I don't know why they're called choo-choos, because, like, I'm pretty sure in Japanese, choo-choo is an onomatopoeia for kissing. There's a very popular Vocaloid song called Dreaming Choo-choo, for example, which is a Valentine's Day song. It's very cute. That's done by Mekunine Luca. I actually really like Luca, but I feel like she's just not been as used as a lot of the others. Like, a lot of people use Miku, obviously, that goes without saying. But I feel like, yeah, people don't really use Luca as much, or the twins for that matter. Rin and Len. It's technically Rin, I'm pretty sure. I always just say Rin because it's slightly easier to pronounce. That's a decent amount of rupees, actually. That was not much effort for that, thankfully. And bada bing, bada boom, got a purple rupee. There was almost probably like 25 in those jars, so that was a good haul. Now, do we try the gliding thing again? That's what I'm trying to decide in this very moment. Also, this does loop you to the exit, which just kind of beams you up. And there we go, outside the cave, and yeah, we'll try to glide one more time. It's good practice anyway. And if I botch it again, we're gonna move on. Something in my throat, which is really fun. Allergy season, my favorite. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty low-key stream, just because it's mostly side stuff. I kinda could use a low-key stream, to be blunt. There's also stuff over there, but we don't have anything to do over there yet. Is the Rita already gone? I thought they disappeared later. Huh. Interesting. Well, good thing we got that photo when we did. So what did we decide? Northeast for this one? Okay, press... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this, because X is easier to hit after hitting A compared to hitting Y, which is on the other side of the controller. So yeah, this will actually help us out a lot, hopefully. And you can also do this little thingy there to kind of scare off enemies. It's not the most effective, but it exists. That is an option. Okay, just gonna deal with you real quick, hopefully. Voila. And then straight ahead. Which is like north, I guess. We were really close last time, this should be fine. Alright. Attempt number 2. We still have a Kargarak to deal with over there. So we have to be a little careful. Okay, we made it. And this should probably just tell us, yeah, go that way. Oh my gosh, you're aggressive. Okay, we're fine. This is always fun having to do this in randos. But like, if you actually get enough magic refills on the way, it's not really a problem. You can do this without much magic at all, to be honest. You can do this with half magic and it's no real problem. So like, if you can get the refill on the midpoint islands, like both of them, then this is like an actually decent, like early check, basically. Not ideal, but a decent one. Got an orange rupee, hell yeah, it's 2,000. Yeah, we're gonna fill that out pretty quickly. Oh, this is the block that we saw earlier, because I noticed a block on the side of the mountain that looked really conspicuous. So, like, that's what this is. Neat. Not that it does anything, it's not like a shortcut or anything. I was hoping to get... Never mind. We got back to full, which is great, because I need this... Well, that's probably not actually full, is it? That's probably like a pixel short, and that's actually enough to make a difference. So, really quickly, I'm gonna check to be on the safe side. These flowers can also be cut, though. I was just about to say they don't usually have much, and then they had a ton of rupees, so... Prove me wrong, why don't ya? Hitting the sword, or the bomb flower with the sword will also cause it to detonate, so I was being a little mousy around those. Yeah, like, that's so close to full that I can't tell if it's actually full or not. It's mildly infuriating when that happens. Next stop for us, I think is actually this way. Though that actually raises the question of, like, I need to open up all these charts to see what all we have open to us. This Needle Rock, I think. Wow, we got a lot of charts. We got, like, almost half of them already. But yeah, our next stop is that little thingy over there. This is gonna suck, probably, if I had to just make a guess. This is needed for a piece of heart, so, cool. There are seagulls here. This doesn't mean there's a big octo. This is a rare case where you don't have to worry about that, thankfully. So then also we need to get our bait out. For the fishy, as always. There we go. And the usual... I actually don't know if you have to pay for this mini game, like an entry fee. But we have the flight control platform. This one sucks. To the west of here, over on Dragon Roost Island, you'll see all kinds of rocks. Big ones, little ones, you get the picture. Anyway, they say that long ago there used to be a treasure hidden inside those things. Who knows, there may still be some left, so you should open your eyes and take a good look around, from as high up as the sun to as low down as your toes. That's all the info I forgot to offer. Cool. Basically what we just did. Did we get the submarine in this area, actually? I don't remember. Yeah, genuinely not sure if we're at full magic or not, which is very awkward. I might save, just in case. So we have an easy way to try again. Birdman contest, sign encounter. If you think you were born to fly, then take the challenge of the sky to win fame and prizes. Alright, we are definitely meant for flight. So, northwest, first of all. Please have magic in here. Okay. Please have magic in here. Cool. We'll just do this first, then. Dear Linkle, I recently received some golden feathers from my boyfriend who mentioned you. I'm something of a bird enthusiast, so I know how hard it must have been to get all of these feathers. I want you to be as happy as we are, Linkle, so I'm sending you this heart as a token of our affection. And it's a piece of heart. Okay. Next talk to you. Oh, all the way out there. I see. Quite so. Okay, so, just in case something goes wrong, I'm gonna save. Just in case, because I don't know how well this is gonna go. Greetings, O person who has surely come to take the challenge of the big sky. This is where you can register for the official Rito Tribe Birdman contest. And now listen, you are free to use any means, methods, or tools you have at your disposal to help you soar through the sky. The rules are simple. See how far you can fly before you crash into the roiling seas, like so much dead weight driftwood. A banner stands now at the site where the great and talented champion who has flown the farthest to date crashed into the frothy waves in a massive splash of glory. If you're able to pass that flag, then you will be the new champion, and you will be drenched in praise, much as you will be drenched in seawater. The participation fee is 10 rupees. Well, will you take the challenge? Okay, then up the ladder you go. My brother waits you up top. You don't seem to have any wings or feathers or anything on your back, so you do have something that you can use to fly, right? I sure hope so. Here's wishing the wind beneath your, thing, whatever it is. Alright, this is a very annoying thing to do. Oh, a challenger, the contest is afoot. You see that banner off in the distance? Far off in the distance? That marks the record distance set by our great and talented champion. You must pass that banner. Okay, there we go. Okay, we were at full magic. So, what this guide says to do is leap off the ledge just when that the second cyclone starts to move from left to right. Okay. Which is, not easy to time, I'm noticing. I think I actually pulled out the Deku Leaf a smidge earlier than I should have. Or later than I should have. I want to go as straight as possible, which, if you know me, that's not the easiest thing for me to do. Okay, I'm not feeling great about this attempt. I'm gonna be real. Okay, we actually hit another one. I'm trying to remember if there's a trick to extending it, like putting it away and taking it back out over and over. Hey, we did it. First try. Hell yeah. Goal! Congratulations! Your current record is an impressive 259 yards. Oh, breathtaking. You have shown me an incredible feat of aerial navigation. My eyes, they're unworthy. Hey, we did it first try, and definitely would not have gone the first try if I hadn't saved. Amazing, you blew past my brother's best record in impressive fashion. You would make a fine and distinguished member of the Rito tribe, I guarantee it. The former champion upstairs says so too. You are both great and talented. So, as the new champion of the Birdman contest, please accept this great and talented prize. And a piece of heart. That's another heart container. Come back anytime you feel the desire to fly again. I shall wait with one eye on the sky and the other on the sea. Well, I hope we don't need magic anytime soon, because we are all out. But genuinely very happy we got that first try. So what the guide says to do next is to go south, I think. Southeast of Dragon Roost, which should be dead ahead. So we'll get our bait out again. We have a lot of bait. I have 12 more sets after, like, individual pieces after the 3 currently equipped. Oh, hey, there's the ghost ship again. I'm surprised I didn't map this one out yet, actually. Like, genuinely kinda... Oh, hey. Glowies. Well, while we're here, we might as well attempt it. Don't even know which chart that is, and I wish I could scroll while talking to the fish man, as always. Okay. I wish I could mash through a little bit faster, but it's okay. Voila, we have the Starbelt Archipelago. One wouldn't sail through these seas on nights when the left half of the moon is missing. You'll regret it if you do, Fry. I'm warning you, it's not my fault if you get so scared that you can't go to the bathroom at night anymore. And that's all the info I've got to offer. Well, joke's on you, I'm already too scared to use the bathroom at night. Half joking, question mark. Alright. I thought I undershot, actually, so very happy with that. Pull. I sound like I'm doing a gotcha. But hey, you got a silver rupee. Hell yeah, okay. But that's not actually why I'm here. Why I'm here is, this in the distance. Truth be told, I don't know if you have to destroy the cannons in this case. In some cases, I think you do. In other cases, you don't. So we'll try to be lazy, first of all, and see if that works. Because the guide doesn't say to destroy the cannons, it just says climb up and defeat the enemies. So we'll try that first, and if that doesn't work, then we'll double back and do it the slow way. Be more thorough. Actually, wait, what? There's just a treasure here? What do you mean, defeat the enemies? We can just run in. Anyway, this is a treasure chart. Hi, Chibi. Thank you for that, Pats. Hope you're doing well. We're still very much in side quest land. Again, hoping to get to Dungeon 3. But we shall see. I'm home and sleepy. Aw, glad you made it home safe. That's good to hear. Alright, so next up, what do we want to do? You know, there's a very basic phrase that I keep associating with a video game, and that phrase is, what can I do for you? I don't know what even reminded me of it in this moment, but like whenever I hear the phrase, what can I do for you, I just think of Final Fantasy X-2. Because the main theme, Real Emotion, starts with the line, what can I do for you? Followed by I can hear you. Is it I can hear you or I can't hear you? I can never remember which one it is. Either way, I always think of that. Yeah, the problem is I don't know which towers are the ones I actually care about, because some of them only have like a gold feather or whatever. Which isn't actually that great. So, around Fire Mountain, well, I already see it. We do have another big octo, so we need rupees anyway, so this is actually a good time to do this. Alrighty, again, say goodbye to the frame rate. Again, it's really fascinating, just how bad this section runs, and again, I wonder if, you know, if that one rumor from like 5 years ago had come true. I don't even know how a Switch port would have handled this, to be honest. Like, truth be told, I think it would still be kind of laggy, just by the nature of it being a handheld. Switch 2 would be able to handle it, probably. But again, I almost feel like this is the case, so the game would probably still be 30 FPS, even on Switch, just because of how, like, logic timings work. Oh, that sucks. I missed the back eye. This is just like me playing Resident Evil 2 Remake. It's like, damn it, always missing the eye in the back. That's a very specific callback. That should not be a surprise. I've been very Resident Evil pilled the last few days for extremely obvious reasons. So yeah. God, I've been really itching to play Resident Evil 2 again, which is kind of like weird to think about given I'm like constantly replaying Resident Evil 2. It's like this should not be a huge surprise, and yet despite doing a ton of playthroughs of this game, I still kind of feel like doing another playthrough. In my opinion, well, there's a technicality to it, that's the problem. 100 rupees, hell yeah. The technicality of it is, if we're counting just Claire A, the number is going to be really inflated. If we're counting Leon B, or even Leon A, Claire B, the number of playthroughs of Resident Evil 2 I've done goes down significantly, because I've mostly just done Claire A. Which also just made me think of Superman again, 1A. Good movie, by the way. I was trying to do a media thread, as I always do, and I just remembered I didn't actually do anything with it. Like, genuinely, I did not keep up with the media thread. I saw Superman like 3 months ago, and I never talked about it. It's like, I could put East Blue on there. Is that the name of the arc? I don't remember One Piece arcs. Yeah, by technicality, East Blue would be something I could include in the media thread, because I finished that arc. Like, the way I would handle shows in the media thread is whenever I finish a season, I would include it. Which, again, is why, oopsie, I did a bad job with One Piece, because I did not include that. Alrighty, making our way over to Windfall once again. Just gonna park here. How many skull necklaces do we actually have? 12. I don't know if this is a great time. Actually, I don't know if we can do it now, given that we haven't rescued the 2 girls that were kidnapped here. That might be a prereq. But one thing I can do that the guy didn't actually talk about yet is actually go over here and talk to Zunari again. Which counter do we talk to him at? Yes, young mistress. Look, already my shop has a wide variety of products to choose from. It is a cornucopia. Thanks to you, young mistress. Every morning the postman comes with packages from the traveling salesman you traded with. At last, my humble stall has the appearance of a full-fledged store. My dear, your unflagging dedication has strengthened my determination to live my life for the success of my business. Mistress, you are the savior of my stall. I must thank you from the very bottom of my heart. It's my most prized possession, next to my hoodie coat, of course. It is none other than the Zunari family treasure. Please accept it. Got the magic armor. Use your rupees to create a barrier around you that protects you from enemy attacks. You won't expend rupees unless you take damage from an enemy or other hazard. Set it to and use it with Y, X, or R. I actually don't know if that's the case in the original. This is the only heirloom I brought with me when I moved here from my hometown. Well, excluding the lovely sail you purchased from me earlier, of course. It's a magical heirloom, one that calls up a mysterious power to protect your body from harm. Of course you can use it. Of course, you can even use it when you're sailing the open seas, my dear. Please, use this to protect yourself as you seek out more merchants. I beg of you. And please, be on the constant lookout for new and exciting products. Not that I have anything left to reward you with if you find any. Yeah. Yes, it's another fine day, is it not? Days like this are best spent shopping. Use left stick to have a look at my wares. Town flower, 10 rupees, a flower from the town of bright smiles. Use it to decorate the town with joy. Sea flower, 20 rupees. The aroma of the sea wafts out of this flower that hails from a faraway land. Use it to adorn the town with a sea breeze. Exotic flower, 25 rupees. An exotic flower from a tropical island. Trim the town with a summer breeze. We actually do want to buy these. My dear, thank you so much, very much. However, there's a catch to this. Which we should find out if we buy another one. No, it looks like your bag is quite full, is it not? Yes, it is. I can only put a maximum of 3 of my products in your bag. Come back here after you use them all up. Or use all of them up, yeah. Come back soon. So this is part of a long-term quest to decorate the town. You don't need to be creative. You can just put the town flower everywhere. There are 14 spots for it. I'm debating if I want to do it on stream or not. We also have an exotic flower, which we need for trading. But, oops. Do not throw it away, Linkle. For the sake of, just getting this out of the way. This will cost like 200 rupees, which isn't awful. But it's not great either. Actually, what happened, once we get all of them, I might actually swap out the exotic flower for a town flower, if my math is correct. Yeah, this is like one of those quests that's like mildly annoying on Switch. Like, why did I say Switch? On Wii U. It's more annoying on GameCube, obviously, because of just menu management being a lot slower. So yeah, we're just gonna paint the town red, as the saying goes. We also should be able to talk to Anton and Lydia. Is it Lydia or Linda? I can never remember, actually. So, let's see, that's 3, so that'd be 6 total. So now we should be up to 9. By the way, there are places indoors to put flowers. We do not need to worry about those. We only have to worry about the ones outside, specifically. Which is at least one consolation, to make this a little bit easier. That's it, I've made up my mind. First I'm going to ask her out for coffee, and then if things seem to be going right, I'm going to profess my love for her. Erg, I just can't seem to settle down. I'm so nervous. I mean, just when am I supposed to invite her out, buddy? I thought you would have done it already. What the hell? Genuinely, I thought that was a thing already. Okay. There should be 14 total from what I remember, so this, if my math is correct and I didn't botch it, it should be 2 more after this. But again, I might buy an extra just to swap out the exotic flower. So 15 total. See, now I'm actually trying to remember where the last 2 would be. Because there's these 3. And genuinely, I don't know where the last 2 would be. I guess that is something to... Oh. Okay, yeah, you can remove them. Remove this from the pedestal and place it in your delivery bag. No. We'll save that for later. Genuinely confused. It might be up here. I mean, I could look it up. The guide probably says. But I'm lazy, so... Got all those. Like, actually, where the hell would they go? I'm so confused. Not over here. Oh. Well, there's one. Oh, they're right here. Duh. Okay. That's convenient. Again, if I counted correctly. If I didn't count correctly, oopsie. But, hope for the best here. But yeah, swap this out. Again, get an extra just for that purpose. So we'll place these 2 down. Move this one. And then place the last one. Voila. Now we talk to you. Have you seen all the small metal pedestals all around town? We call those Joy pedestals. Yeah, they got installed a little while ago by the newly formed Joyous Volunteer Association. It's part of this grand plan to help decorate the town. Anyway, they're brilliant. I may as well tell you that both myself and Tsunari, the guy who runs that stall over there, are members. You just have to be a part of stuff like this. Wow, Windfall just seems to be filled with joy lately, don't you think? Say, you haven't been cooperating with the volunteers, have you? You know what I'm talking about, decorating the town. Oh really? You have? Wow, it never fails to amaze me how kind and thoughtful folks can be. I know, I'll return your kindness with some of my own. Peace of heart. Actually don't know if we're encouraged to do this yet. I hope you'll continue to help the Joyous Volunteer Association with its work, little Joy Junior. Neat, okay. So with that taken care of, let us spend more money. That is the wrong song. I wanted the nighttime song. Because we have all that stuff in the auction still, and we never got it. The sale got up to like over 200, I think. I think I spent 300 for it actually, but it starts at a high level. So we have 3 more things we need here. So hypothetically, this should only cost about like 600 to 900 rupees. So we should be in good shape for this. But knowing my luck, because I know my luck, we'll get the Joy Pendant. I'm gonna take a sip of tea while we wait for all this to play out. Alrighty, tonight's item is... Yep, I called it. It's almost like I know my luck. There's the temptation to just do this to get it out of the rotation. Also, it's really cheap. It's probably not gonna get very high. Yeah, again, reminder, the auction lasts a minute. And basically you want to bid at the last 5 seconds and then bid over enough to stun everyone. So yeah, you drop the last digit and then add 1 to it to stun. If you add more than that, you actually stun them longer. So yeah, it's kind of just a waiting game. And we'll be doing this like 4 more times. No, 3 more times. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. It's been an interesting day for me. I'm not in the best headspace, but I figured I'd stream just because I think sometimes that helps me to get out of a bad headspace to like be productive. So he gives 2 warnings. It's the same dialogue from Tsunari every time, by the way, so the tells are always going to be the same. It's weird seeing Tsunari with his hood down, now that I'm thinking about it. He's got little bows in his hair, it looks like. We gotta be getting close, right? I might not have held the bar up enough. Oh yeah, there's actually a chest up there. You have to fall down to get it. I just noticed that. I think it's probably just rupees or like a treasure item. This is like more aggressive than I was expecting it to be. 146. Again, we're probably getting close. I might... Okay, I can't even get a button mash in because it's going so fast. Oh my god. It's just a joy pendant, y'all. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, button mash time. Okay, we're good. So, it's at 166, so you add 7... So you add 17, or 16 plus 1. So that'd be 183? Is that correct? That's 193. 16 plus 1. Yeah, I think? I'm gonna go like this, just to be on the safe side. Oh dear me, Linkle bids 185 rupees and the crowd of auction goers reels. I see nothing but stunned faces. What's with this kid and just how much of an allowance does she get, I wonder? That was a lot of work for a joy pendant. Like, that is not worth the investment. You can find these so easily and they sell for like 10 rupees. I don't know why they just have like, essentially a junk item in here, just to make it harder. So that one starts at 40 and ended up a little bit under 200, so that bodes well for the others. The highest one should be the Swift Sale starting at 100, which ends up being close to 300. So yeah, we should have enough rupees for that this easily. It just will take a while. Like, this will probably be until ad break, actually. I guess that kind of, like, for the YouTube side of things, it makes up for, like, last time. I might actually take, like, the last little bit of the previous VOD and stick it onto this one, just because that one went long, because the Sari bot automatically snoozed ads. Alrighty, what do we have this time? There's 1 treasure chart. There's actually 2 in total, so I don't know which one it is. 5 rupees. This is the not important one, basically. This is actually the cheapest item at the auction, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't think anything is this cheap. Yeah, the main thing is just having to wait through all this. Of what's left, the heart piece should be the most expensive thing. I guess something I should probably talk about is, like, there's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Nintendo likes doing a thing nowadays where they want to have everything on the same time, same day. So they try to arbitrarily pick a time that ends up matching different time zones. Which ends up being like, my time 6 AM, standard time. But we're in daylight time, so it's 7 AM. So much better. But yeah, I think Japan doesn't actually do daylight savings, so that's why it's 7 this time. But like, I don't want to wake up at 7 a.m. I'll probably go to bed at like 4, maybe 5, so like, it wouldn't be worth staying up. So if I react to it, I'll probably react closer to like 2 or 3. I'll just do my best to avoid seeing it. I don't know what the plan is if like Serena's down to do it again, because like we did state of play and that was actually kind of a huge waste of time, if I'm being blunt. There was good stuff in it, just not for me. And so it just ended up being like, wow, that was uneventful. But like, given that we'll probably get Fire Emblem in this one, I'll at least have like one game almost on lock that I will enjoy and will be for me. I'm expecting like overview trailers for like Rhythm Heaven and like Star Fox, though they've already done an overview trailer. That's probably like a 15-second warning. Actually would be interesting to time out when Zunari gives his warnings, but it's really hard given this pauses the timer whenever someone bids. Oh shoot, that's more like a 10-second warning. Okay. So 129, so I'm gonna go up to like 130, just be safe. Because I do not trust my luck. God, how did I get stuck competing with this annoying little rich girl? Trat it. That's me, the annoying little rich girl. God, I wish. I'm one of those. I'm two of those things, I guess. But that is treasure chart 18. I don't even know what you get for that, actually. But we're still not done. There's 2 more things to get here. Again, I think this genuinely will be the rest of this ad session. Like the rest of this little stretch. Yeah, I think we should be able to get to a little bit of the next dungeon at the rate we're going. It's just, we're not gonna finish it probably. Given I think it's comparably a little bit longer. Oh, this is the one for Windfall. So I guess we'll get that on the way out. You know, one nice thing that could have been added is the ability to actually do menu management during the auction. Because then I would just go and open the treasure chart while waiting. Treasure chart number 2. This one is actually a piece of heart, so it's definitely more worthwhile, arguably. And starts at 60 rupees, because it is arguably better. Yeah, like, the menu is grayed out, I'm pretty sure. If I try to tap it, it's not gonna do anything. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, it doesn't let me. There's a little, like, red circle with a line through it saying, hey, you can't do that here. It's like, this is a long-ass minute, is my issue with the auction. Just waiting for the 5-second warning. But yeah, in terms of other Nintendo Direct predictions, there's a big rumor going around for months. But like, if Summer Game Fest indicates anything, sometimes rumors are wrong. Like, they'll get a specific detail right, but then screw up something else. So just because everyone's saying like, oh, we're getting this game for sure this year, it might be wrong. So, like, the big rumor of Street Fighter 6 was Tifa, Vega, and 2 female characters. And 3 of the 4 were wrong. It wasn't the 3 of the 4 that I was expecting to be wrong, but it was still 3 of 4. I was thinking Vega would be in, and then Tifa and the 2 girls would be wrong. Like, Sakura is such a demanding character that they can definitely string out this fan base another year. Spread out the fan favorites, but they're running out of seasons. Street Fighter games typically don't last much past like 5 or 6 seasons. So this one could go long. It's very big, and we haven't had like a Super Street Fighter 6 yet. I was actually surprised is that this isn't being a rebrand. This isn't getting a rebrand because it's about the normal time, unless you're Ultimate Marvel 3, in which case it's like 6 months. Is that it? Is that one done? Okay. We've got to be getting close, right? Okay, so this is like, again, the 10-second warning, essentially. And that means we should be getting the 5-second very soon. I'm gonna press a little bit. Okay. And everyone's favorite part of the stream, the Yuna does math part of the stream. So 18, so 19, plus that would be 200. Wait a minute. It'd be 200 and... 16? Is that correct? I have no clue. I'm gonna do 220. That's probably safe, right? This is nuts. That waddle is bottomless. Yeah, I'm definitely bidding more than I need to, but oof, my math ability is not what it used to be. Yeah, given this is averaging like 4 to 5 minutes, I think, yeah, we will literally... This will literally go through to the ad break. I don't know if we'll finish before the ad break, actually. Guess we'll find out. Guess we'll wait and see, but yeah. In and out, as usual, and one more go at this. We've basically cleaned out this auction house entirely at this point. I don't know what happens if you actually clear it out entirely. And this time I don't need to guess, because there's only one more thing it could be. And, oh my god, I'm so surprised, it's a piece of heart. Who could have seen this coming? Yeah, this is the second most expensive item, it's 80 rupees. So you go 5, 40, 60, 80, 100. This is gonna hurt. I should actually start mashing, huh? I kind of was like just sitting here like, wait a minute, I haven't pressed anything yet. Alright, that should be enough. But yeah, the other issue I have with like gaming leaks is like Star Fox is the other big one, where there was the big rumor was Star Fox, a new Star Fox, and something else. So I'm actually kind of skeptical about the something else a little bit, just because everyone said it'd be a new Star Fox when it's kind of not. It's a remake. They said a new Star Fox and a remake of a different game, and so it's kind of like, what if they got this mixed up? What if like Star Fox is a remake and the other game is an original? Like that's a possibility, because again, sometimes insiders conflate information. But it's kind of I'll believe it when I see it, kind of. That feels fast. Maybe they're not bidding much because this is inherently an expensive item, but it's also worth a lot, so I don't get it. Meanwhile, I'm also very torn on Persona 4 Revival. It's like, I have a lot of nostalgia for Persona 4, but also, God, Persona 4 as a game is kind of a mess. So I don't know how to feel about it. I'll have to wait and see if they actually, like, tweak some things before I can actually get like excited about it, I think is where I'm at. I'd prefer 1 and 2 remade at this point, but that'd be making a new game at this point. It's like making Code Veronica as a remake. It's a whole ass new game with the story of an old game. Hopefully, I hope Code Veronica's relatively faithful. It's not like a 3 remake that just kind of undoes a lot of the lore. I still think RE3 Remake is like an okay game, it's just kind of mid, but as a remake it does not include a lot of set pieces. Alright, ready to go? Wow, I'm good at button mashing. Sometimes I realize that. 189, so that's 19. Would that be 208? Because 10, 8... Yeah, I think it'd be 208. So I'm just gonna go to 10. I'm gonna go to 14, just to be on the safe side. We're actually in a pretty good spot rupee-wise for some other stuff too, later on. Damn, that was smooth. Okay, got all the auction items. Like, I don't know if it cycles junk items, or if it just is like, oh, you cleaned out the entire auction house. Genuinely don't remember how to handle this. But yeah, we're done with that finally. Again, at this rate, we might actually get to the story a little bit tonight. And by that, I mean very little story. But that would still be better than nothing, I suppose. But yeah, now that we're done with all of that, we're definitely saving, so I don't have to do that again. And then, when we come back, we will continue collecting stuff, I guess. And I have returned. I hope everyone's doing okay today. Again, this is helping. I think I am feeling a little bit better. I'm glad I decided to go ahead and stream after all. So there's that. Okay, there's one more thing the guide's saying to do. I don't know why it doesn't say to do one other thing. It's like, unless I just really misread. Kinda sworn it said to do something else, but maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe they save it, because it costs a lot of money. But anyway. Sorry, Bridget. Gotta get the show on the road. Okay, now that we've cleared out the auction, what to do next? So, I think there's still one more thing we can do here, which requires it to be daytime. Actually, this sort of counts as two things to do, now that I think about it. And again, they actually cut out an animation where it's like, Linkle playing the song, and then it's saying, like, you played the Song of Passing. So they actually cut that out to the point that that speeds up the game a lot. Anyway, let's hang out with our friends the Killer Bees again. Yeah, you're the coolest, bud. Oh, I thought you would have more to say. Oopsie. Maybe that's only after a certain point. I could have sworn to give a hint to what to do here. But anyway. What can I do for you on this fine day? You did it, didn't you? You said something to those delinquents for me, didn't you, dear? You can't fool me. I watched it all from the shadow of my door. You really are a dear. You filled me with joy. I have to reward you, so here's a little spare change. That's a lot of money, actually. Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell anybody, dear. Yeah, no. More than I was expecting. And that's what I was missing. We had to talk to her first. I forgot I didn't actually do that. Hey, sounds like you apologized to teach for us. Good old Miss Murray. Mrs. Murray. And speaking of Bud, did you know it's gonna be Mrs. Murray's birthday soon? Boss, ooh boss, you think maybe we should give her some kind of present or something? Don't be stupid, we're the Killer Bees, we ain't no teacher's pets. Yeah, but Teach loves jewelry and junk more than anything else in the world. What's she into these days? What'd she call them? Joy pendants? Really? Where do you find them? Are they just lying around? If we could just find some, we could give them to Teach as a present and she'd be all happy. Hey, now that I think about it, when I was climbing trees the other day, I saw some sparkly light up on top of some tree in town. Where was that? Maybe that's one of them pendants. What do you think, boss? Nah, that's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. I've been hanging out with Serena too long. She wasn't even the one that coined it, that's the funny part. Anyway, guess who stocked up on joy pendants off stream? My dear, that's a joy pendant! To tell you the truth, I love jewelry above all else, and that is extremely rare and hard to come by. It's the hottest thing around, dear. Oh my, yes, I will happily take a single one from you. No, I insist, only one. To tell you the truth, I'd actually like about 20 of them, but that would probably only happen in my wildest dreams. You know, I've been a teacher here for a long time. It's tough to put one past me. That being said, I'm pretty sure I know who put you up to this, dear. Those little sweeties, I'm so joyful. It's the best birthday present I can ask for. I suppose I ought to thank you. Close your eyes, dear. Why is that less than before? And if you see those boys again, tell them I say hello. Anyway, guess who has a lot of joy pendants? My dear, did you bring me joy pendants yet again? How many joy pendants do you have right now? 43? Well, I think a child like you would pay such a large tribute to me. Oh, your teacher's very impressed by your efforts, little dear. My whole body is numb with the thrill of excitement. So this is what pure joy feels like. I'll take precisely 20 of them, thank you. That will do just fine. My heart will be all aflutter. I don't know if you know, but 20 is my lucky number. And just as I promised, I will reward you for going out and collecting all these for me. I'm going to give you a wonderfully splendid thing, dear. Close your eyes, dear. A wonderfully splendid thing. You got the cabana deed. It's written on yellowed parchment. It looks quite old. Dum-da-dum! You see, although I am but a mere teacher, I own my very own cabana in a tropical oasis down south, but lately I haven't made use of it at all. So you can have it. Ooh, it's all right, dear. You can stop gaping in amazement now. Now that you have this deed, that cabana is all yours. You own it. So whatever you do, don't lose this piece of paper. I'm getting on in age, and sea travel hasn't exactly agreed with me as of late. Now I can just stay here and relax as I continue my work with the children. And just so you know, you'll find a place southeast of here. It's on a tiny, lonely little isle near the Triangle Islands. From now on, it's your own little bachelorette pad. Good luck finding it. They even changed that. Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell anybody, dear. Hey, what if I told you I had like 23 more? Are you giving these to me as well? But I told you I was perfectly satisfied with the 20 you gave me before. But mine, you're such a persistent little dear. Since you're so insistent, I will accept them happily. Fine, I have no choice but to unleash pure joy in you. Prepare for an onrush of joy the likes of which you've never imagined. How many joy pendants have you bought? 23? My goodness, when I put these together with the ones you've already brought me, they add up to a whopping 44. Oh, thank you, I'm so joyful. To receive so many mountains of these beautiful pendants, I'm quite simply brimming with joy, my dear. To thank you, I have to give you my most precious of precious belongings. I shall give you this. Now close your eyes, dear. This item is so rare, there are sparse few others like it anywhere in the world. This was changed. It was not originally a treasure chart. What do you think? Doesn't it fill you with joy? I found it a long time ago in that cabana that now belongs to you. My, but why the long face? I understand, my dear, I really do. You're just welling up with joy at having done such a good deed, aren't you? You mustn't forget this feeling, you hear? Not ever. Not for any reason. So yeah, it used to be an item that let you see the health of enemies. It also looks very tacky. I don't know what it will look like for Linkle. I know some mods actually, for like GameCube Wind Waker, actually changed some of the items' appearances too. Yeah, that is actually a case of moving stuff around in this version. But now that we've taken care of that, Windfall, right, can I see that in the daytime now that I think about it? Like the column of light where the treasure would be? I don't know if that's like a nighttime thing or just a regular everyday thing. Because it should... Oh wait, I just didn't open it. Is that the problem again? Yeah, I saw it. Steer right on over and bada bing bada boom, we are right on target. Might as well go around collecting some of the treasure while we're here. This is a purple rupee, that's not great. I think I read somewhere that this was not a purple rupee originally. That originally it was a green rupee, which is considerably worse, and I'm glad they changed that, because that sucks. That looks like the other chart we got is at one of the reefs. Looks like Cyclops Reef, because I only see one dot. Mind you, the Wii U version kind of breaks some of the immersion of finding things, because it's way easier to tell if you're at the right place or not. Though there is a second quest that you can unlock and actually redistribute some of the treasures to be in slightly different spots. Kind of designed to throw you off on purpose, basically. Just kind of subvert where you think things might be. Shoot, what is this crescent moon? Did we get the treasure there? I think we did, actually. Which one is this? 45? Did I even open it? I did not. But over here we should see it come into view pretty soon. The other rings of light that indicate other treasures only show up at night. But those are usually only like rupees, so they're not like the most important. This one's kind of on the edge of the map, so it's actually a little bit harder to line up on the, you know, collision course into frame, basically. If I approach from the north, it would be easier to line up. But it's a little fiddly here. And it's also saying treasure chart 39, but I think we actually got that one already. I think I'm just a little bit of an overachiever sometimes when it comes to like going a little bit out of the way of what the guide says to do. What else can we do real quick? Looks like there's a treasure I think we did get a map for Eastern Fairy Island, so that's a good place to go next. Again, we're basically farming rupees at this point. Wait, we got that one actually. Treasure chart 14 is for the space that we haven't actually gotten yet. I didn't get treasure chart 14. Where was that? Actually, why don't they have it? Like, I'm genuinely confused. How did I miss this? Headstone Island, there's a submarine. Did I not get that one? Oh my god. Oopsie. My bad. So we cannot get that one yet. Well, when we're down in that area, we'll make sure to look for it. Southeast, we got Starbelt. Treasure chart 34, Eastern Triangle Island. I don't think we got that one. Oh wait, we did. So yeah, I'm ahead of the curve here, I guess. So I guess next up is Bomb Island. Yeah, I'm just like cross-referencing what the guide's saying. And it's like, yeah, we know. Like, we've gotten more things than we were supposed to have. Which is I guess, a nice feeling, actually. Also, the last pearl goes here. It's still lit up, but haven't done that yet. There's also like another fairy island we haven't gone to yet, but there's nothing there actually. So yeah, this might go faster than I was thinking, just because I've, again, been kind of an overachiever here. And gotten things that the guide is only now getting to. Like, we got the one that's Private Oasis already, damn. But again, as previously stated, I have missed a map, probably just because, I actually don't know why I missed that one. I think it might have been a big octo or something. Also, to be perfectly blunt, I kind of forgotten the order of the trading quest, so we'll put that on hold for now. I also have nothing equipped, which doesn't happen very often. That is not the button I was hoping to press. Or intending to press. But now we can finally blow that up. But again, this is a case where if you're playing a rando and get a different item first, you might be able to get to this area another way, which is always fun. Okay. this is on a timer, sort of. Actually, no, it's a pressure switch. So there are 2 ways to defeat these bombs. And like specific counters. However, we actually don't want to defeat them. We want to just stagger them to the point that they roll up. Because if they roll up, then we can use them to weigh down everything. Voila. So they'll eventually uncurl, I'm pretty sure, but I think in this section you might not, because it's kind of a time section. Where? Oh wait, we just walk across, I guess? I guess one you needed one of them for this. This feels weirdly scary, because of just the input sensitivity. I'm sure this is great on NSO, trying to like thread that needle. Again, NSO input delay has gone slightly better from what I've heard. And like the analog ranges for the games have gone a little bit better. But again, it's still not entirely ideal. Okay. So we gotta trick shot these, basically. Which is easier said than done sometimes. Did that? Okay, cool. I thought it was slightly off angle. This one's also annoying over here because it's like a shorter distance, which I actually find harder to throw into. I'm also trying to not knock them back into the lava because that's counterintuitive, or like counterproductive. So yeah, let the roll do the work. Because otherwise we just kind of throw it too far. Oh, that's a permanent switch, okay. I bet if you no-clip or like something like that, you'd be able to just step on it. Neat. I think we're ahead, actually, of what the guide is, because we got one that the guide didn't say to get yet. I forget where it was, though. 100% for this might be a bit of a mess, actually, given I'm deviating from what the guide's saying, so we might end up running into a case of, like, did we get that one yet? I don't know. So that'll be fun. That'll be a thing for future me to have to parse through. Because, yeah, we got the one in the Forest Haven already. So we have been ahead a little bit, I think. So yeah, the next ones they say to get are Forest Haven, which we already got. Private Oasis, which we already got. Southern Triangle Island, which I don't know if I did that one. If I can find it on the map. It's Northern, Southern. We didn't do Southern Triangle Island. We can do that one real quick. An Ice Ring, which is like actually closer. We'll just diagonal cut through. And then by that point we might be close enough to hit Headstone. I'll try to hit up the treasure chart we missed. But yeah, I'm honestly enjoying this a lot. Like just kind of a chill vibe kind of game. Treasure chart 484. Where is that? Yeah, Triangle Island. Got it. Oh, god damn it. This one's treasure chart 17, because of course it is. So scroll all the way back down. Again, this doesn't really count. It's when 17 comes up like completely organically that I get really like thrown off. It's like, are you for real? Again, this one's kind of on the edge of the map, so it's... I was approaching from the same side it's on, so it was a little bit harder to gauge when to stop. But we made it. First try, no problem. Nice, okay. There's also something in the next quadrant, it looks like. I'm driving into a thing. So I guess we'll get that actually while we're here. Again, at some point I might do like an inventory of sorts. And just check like which shards and heart pieces I've gotten for sure, and just make a proper list so I can actually keep track of everything better. Oh, this one sucks. if I recall. So the gimmick of this one is we have 3 towers, only 2 of them have ladders though. So we have to glide, basically. Oh, I broke a jar, apparently. I don't know if we have to break all of these, but I mean, it'll make my life easier, so... I don't know which one it would be easier to glide from. Because one is taller than the other. I think this one's that we're like under right now is taller. So that might make it a little bit easier. Yeah, breaking the cannons actually make them appear on like opposite platforms. So that's the gimmick. But yeah, not having a ladder for this one. It is lower, so it is easy to glide to, relatively speaking. I don't know how to hit the goblin. But it definitely did. Yep, that one did too, okay. Went flying there. Oh, I see how it is. So yeah, that just makes them appear on the other platform. Actually, I think they're equidistant from each other. It doesn't actually matter. Oh, no, if I have a chart for Southern Fairy Island. Now that I'm thinking about it. I also think we're actually short on rupees for something coming up. Probably shouldn't have spent so, like, frivolously there, then. That's fine. If we don't get everything in one run. Wait, did Linkle turn around? Because I was gonna say, it's like, I could've sworn I was facing the right way going into that, but then she turned around. So I had to actually go backwards from what I was expecting to do. Why didn't the Y button work? I was pressing the Y button and nothing happened. Weird. I hope this controller is okay, given that it's like 10 years old. Because I've had this since like close to launch for the Wii U. Oh, duh, I have no magic. That's real awkward, actually. I have not found oh, cool, thank you, game. How generous. Like, I don't think that's enough to get across. So we might actually break out an emergency thing. That's definitely a waste of this item, but for the sake of making my life easier, we're gonna do that real quick. I was very scared my controller was acting up, but I'm relieved to see it was just I had no magic. I guess it speeds up this, because we actually do deal more damage. I actually don't know how damage values work in this game, though, in terms of calculations. Skull Necklace. So rather opening... Okay, I think I read it already. You can steal those from moblins, so they're not that hard to get. And treasure chart. This should be 40, apparently. Don't know where that even goes. The other thing we were talking about was Southern Triangle Island, I think, which should be directly north of here. So I actually might go to Headstone Island first and get the thing I was missing. Submarine. Oh, I remember what happened. I was distracted by the seagulls. Because I was doing all the stuff with the seagulls, and I completely spaced out, like, oh yeah, I was supposed to do that. I mean, one option would be I could always use up the other part of the soup, and then just go back to Outset since we're right here and refill it that way. That almost feels like a waste of time. It's fine. Do we have a chart for Headstone Island? Apparently we do. It's the one we just got. So I should probably open that real quick while we're in the vicinity. There we go. Just gotta kind of scoop in here. Like so. And voila. Again, you save so much time playing HD compared to the original just because of, like, all the quality of life. There, to be fair, are mods that actually add a lot of the quality of life back into the GameCube version. So if you want the original art style, but like the Swift Sail, you can still do it that way. Okay, now I'm having the conundrum of where the hell's the submarine here? Because like, I thought that's what I was missing. Never mind, it's right there. I like how the guy tells you to do that. I like how the guy tells you to do all this collecting, and it's like the could have waited until you have fast travel, because you get fast travel after the next dungeon. But I guess it doesn't really save much time if you're covering like most of the quadrants in order anyway. Oh, the rat room, cool. Oh my god, okay, frame rate did not appreciate that. I'm just gonna tank bombs at this point, for the sake of getting through this a little bit faster. Again, you can leave bait for them. I know Phantom Hourglass actually has sections where you have to like block mouse holes, because otherwise they'll just run back and forth the whole time. Phantom Hourglass is such a frustrating game because I like parts of it, but other parts of it are very frustrating. And Spirit Tracks is kind of in the same boat for me. Pun not intended, because that one doesn't have a boat. But yeah, just the frustration of... Oh, that rat was having a time. The frustration of when you have a game that's like pretty solid in some ways, but just has certain parts that are just infuriatingly annoying. We're actively ableist in some cases with Spirit Tracks from my experiences. I mean, ableist in the sense that they did not design a game to be accessible for someone who has respiratory issues. Ask me how I know. There were definitely times where I had to stop playing that game because I was not able to breathe. But anyway, another treasure chart. This is the one I forgot earlier. This is for something. 14. I knew I had a 4 in there somewhere. This one is the one by redacted area that I already gave the name of by accident. But I guess since we have to go there anyway, it doesn't really matter, because, like, yeah, we have to head back there anyway. Okay, we actually haven't filled out the space directly above here on the map. I can't even tell what island that is. The diamond step, we got the big octo there. There are a few more miscellaneous charts to get, but like we might save some of them. That's 25. 25 looks like it's... That one might be outset actually. Is it? I actually don't think so. I don't know what island that is. Oh, hi Cyclos. I'm gonna just try to ignore you to the best of my ability. Oh, and this is an island we can't do anything on yet. That's why we haven't gone here yet. Might as well map it out at least, since we're here. But yeah, there's like a couple switches that we need specific items for. And therefore, we can't do anything. Oh. Too far. Okay. Weird. Why didn't that work? It might have broken the lock on right as I pressed it. I think that's what happened. Alrighty, hit us with another chart. Alright, this is Shark Island. Again, nothing we can really do here, I'm pretty sure. Tell me, Small Fry, have you ever been caught in one of those cyclones? The wind deity Cyclos uses those cyclones to fly across the sea instantaneously, or so I've heard. Could just be a rumor. Boy, if you had that power, you wouldn't have to spend so much time sailing back and forth across the sea all the time. Wouldn't that be nice, Fry? Let me tell you, there's no way he'll give up his power easily. You can't get near the guy, so you'll have to figure out how to shoot him from a distance. Don't you have a weapon that can pierce things from a distance? You know, whip, whip. I tell you, you got my point, Fry? That's all the info I've got to offer. That feels like me trying to describe something, and then none of my friends understanding what the hell I mean. Treasure chart 38. What? Three-Eye Reef? Oh, that's Three-Eye Reef. Where the hell is Three-Eye Reef? South of Forsaken Fortress. Have we not gone there yet? Oh, okay. That's a piece of heart. That one's worth it. I kind of forgot where I was going for a moment. So yeah, the one it says to do next is, like, for heart pieces at least, is very scary to try to get. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I see a place that we can... Wait a minute, that's just Great Fish. Never mind. I thought it was a different island. I think it's north of here, so we'll stop over here for a moment. Again, don't know which watchtowers have what, so we'll just skip by those for now. Is it Needle Rock or a different one? I think it's actually a different island. Because Needle Rock is something different. But while we're here, I guess we might as well look for this. No, wait, we got it already. Never mind. Again, I'm just a bit of an overachiever, I guess. I keep being like, oh, hey, we can get this. And it's like, nope, we actually can't. You know what we can get, though? We can go over here and blow up a pirate boat. Again, there's a very fancy one over here. I think there's another one we have to blow up at some point that has a piece of heart. I don't think that's this one. Hello, welcome on in. That doesn't really help me to see where it is. Thanks, game. I still got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, hi. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We're just doing side stuff in the Wind Waker for the time being. Hopefully, again, I'll get through all this and we can actually get back to story in a moment. You got a Triforce chart. Hell yeah. Again, not what I was looking for, but still greatly appreciated. But yeah, just kind of filling out the map. This should be like the biggest chunk of side questing, at least. So that's something. Hopefully, going forward, there won't be as much in a row. There we go. Cause yeah, this is basically 2 streams of side quests, which is a little much. I will fully concede. But that's kind of the Zelda life in a way, because these games tend to have a lot of side content. Yeah, 3-Eye, right? Yeah. Looks like a dice. I said that last time. I met a really weird guy on the island due east of here. He had a pack on his back, huger than any pack I've ever seen. I mean, it was like B.I.G. Fry. He said he was looking for treasure, but what does he expect to find in a place like that? I tell you, the guy is completely obsessed. That's all the info I've got to offer. Oh, the one island, I think I realized which one it was. So I was trying to remember what one island was on the chart, and it's like, oh, it's that one probably. I don't think I went far enough. I think, never mind, prove me wrong, why don't ya? The game likes proving me wrong, I think. That's not true, games aren't that sentient, but point still stands. I just constantly feel like I'm undershooting, and then it's like, nope, you're good, you're fine, you got this. So we got that one. This Western Fairy Island, which I don't think has much importance to us. Our next stop is probably Star Island. Because we can't do this yet. I actually probably won't even do the chart, just so we know we haven't been here yet. So I can actually remember that I haven't done this. That might be a little too far. It's oh, never mind. I thought I said a little bit more in my right ear in a way that made me think I overshot it. But yeah, like, I do argue that as much as I like Wind Waker, this is one of those games that is more side content heavy than main content heavy, just by the nature of there not being many dungeons. There's only like 6 dungeons, and one right in front of us and 2 kind of a stretch on if it's a proper dungeon. I'd count the Forsaken Fortress, I guess, but it's short. Especially if you know what you're doing, it goes by really fast. Oh yeah, by the Forsaken Fortress, the seas actually get a little bit more dangerous. Just blew up there. Hitting a barrel sucks, because then you have to, like, do the swim of shame over to the King of Red Lions. Yeah, Forsaken Fortress is almost like a half dungeon. And again, Greyfish doesn't have one. I actually meant to talk about that earlier, and I guess I can talk about it now. It was supposed to be a dungeon, but was cut. The reason why Wind Waker HD didn't include it was they basically incorporated concepts from the Greyfish Isle dungeon into an unnamed future dungeon in the series, to the point that they decided that putting it in would be redundant, essentially. You've seen those weird rings of light that appear on the surface of the sea, haven't you, Small Fry? Do you know that some of those rings only appear at night? Didn't think so. That's all the info. I think we saw that from a different location, actually. Yeah, not all the hints are, like, super unique. But yeah, you know it's a pattern. There's, like, a reef for every number up through 6. I think we found most of them already. Yeah, there was like 3 fairy... No, there's 2 fairy islands we haven't seen yet. One we didn't even go to at all. And one we basically just passed by. Hi! Hello, thank you for the head pats. Oh god, okay. Kinda... cut that one close. I can't see the island. I'm not kidding. Where's the island? It's like Star Island, but spoilers, is very flat from our... Well, that helps, actually. That helps immensely. Just to have a little visual indicator. I saw the column of light before I saw the island itself. That doesn't happen very often. But yeah, it's a very flat island, so it doesn't really give you much to work off of, geographically speaking. There we go. Yeah, I need to do like a count of the charts, just to make sure I'm not missing any. Also, we have another rock here. That's good to know. I think only one rock actually has anything of importance. Oh yeah, mini blends, great. Yeah, one, I guess it's this one, should have an entrance for us. Yeah, also you should be taking note of the Koroks, because this is part of a side quest. The guide does not recommend it, obviously, until much later. It's also way nerfed in the Wii U version. It is not a problem. Alright, so we're starting out with these guys. Again, if you counter prompt, you instantly blow them up like that. Otherwise, you can stagger them into a ball and then play a bomb. I was watching like Game Changer with like Star and Serena the other day. And one of the prompts was like a challenge of not using filler words, and it's like, case in point, I'd be so doomed if I had a prompt like that. I'm also not sure how good I'd be at improv comedy in the first place, to be fair. Even as a streamer, I feel like bits is kind of one of the weak areas for me, like trying to create like funny bits on the fly. Again, I sort of feel like my streams lean more, like, informative, because I'm playing games I'm familiar with and can just kind of ramble about, versus, like, humor. I've actually considered how to do game clearing again, and my sort of gut feeling on, like, trying to finish games on stream is I should actually have people on call. Because I think actually doing it completely by myself is actually harder. You know, having someone to look up stuff if I get stuck. Or alternatively, just having people to bounce off of, I think would help. With games I haven't played before. So I do think that's why I kind of stray into games I've played before, because it's a little bit more easy for me to manage. Because doing a game I've played before, at least I have things to talk about. Doing a game for the first time, it's like, I don't know what to say, because I don't know anything about the game. Unless it's a game that's like prolific enough that I know like trivia about without even having played it. Like I'd probably be able to say stuff about like Deltarune that I haven't played it. Okay. Piece of cake. It's weird. Okay, at this point in the guide it talks about Tsunari. It's like, why? Like, you would have already done so much else. Yeah, they do. Maybe because of rupees, because it costs like 210 rupees or something, because it's 15. Was it 10 or 15 actually? If it was 10, it would actually be only 100 something. 140. Which is not bad. But if you go with the other items, it'd be a lot more expensive, which is why I never decorate well. I kind of just cheap out on the decor. Alrighty, how many rupees do I need for the next thing coming up? 500 and then 950. So yeah, we're set. We need about 2,400 or 2,300 by my estimate. So we're fine. Hey, I hear that somewhere out in the wide world is a handy arrow that can freeze anything. With something like that, you can even freeze that nasty monster in the Forsaken Fortress. For a while, anyway. But then what would you do with a frozen monster, you say? Good question, Fry. Why, I'd say you'd give that thing a whack and watch it shatter into teeny tiny pieces. And that's all the info I've got to offer. Wow, huh. That's an interesting hint, actually. I hadn't really thought of that, using a freezing item in that way. Alright, I'm just eyeballing, because I don't know where I'm actually supposed to go next, geographically, relative to everything else. This North Fairy Island, like, where is this place I'm looking for? West 2 regions, down 1. From Windfall? So yeah, it should be past this one. Like south of here, essentially. Yeah, we should be able to at least start the next dungeon and get a little work on the story done. Not much, because I think this next dungeon will take a bit longer. We're almost out of the woods of the optional stuff that the guide is recommending to do. Another silver rupee, that's great. Did we talk to the fishman here? Oh, I did not, because he's up ahead. And there goes all the bait. Okay, yeah, no, we're almost done. We're almost out of the woods. Treasure Chart 4, interesting. They say that inside the ring of rock that makes up the perimeter of that island there lives an incredibly beautiful fairy. But the thing is, nobody's ever met her. Supposedly, the only way you'll ever meet her is to take a ride on a whirlwind and drop inside the rock perimeter from the sky above. Doesn't sound easy, Fry. Yeah, no, that's a hint. Alright, okay. Moving on. Wait, why didn't I do the chart on that island? What island even is that? To the west of us. Oh, is that the Spectacle Island? That might be Spectacle, which I don't know why I wouldn't have done that chart, given that we're basically done there anyway. Oh, this awful optional thing. I hope that's not required for anything. Like having to glide between the platforms and actually have to use like the updraft No, that does not sound fun. That sounds miserable. So I hope we don't have to do that. I actually don't know about that or not. There it is, that's what I'm looking for. So for some reason, a lot of guides recommend doing it in a way that I feel completely counterintuitive. The recommendation for this section is to go over here, climb up, and then time a bomb throw just right. But you can just do this, and this is way easier. So like, I don't know why anyone would recommend doing it, like, climb up, manually throw a bomb, and hope it blows up the rock on time. That just sounds miserable. Do we even have Treasure Chart 4? Is that the one we get in this next section? I think it's probably the one we get next. And we have a little sign here. That's interesting. To reach Western Fairy Island, head west from here. Ah, okay. We knew that already. We passed by it. Again, future me is gonna have an interesting time editing all this down, I think. Because, cutting it to, like, essential information is not the easiest thing. Oh, that's a lot of keys. If you have an item that lets you do a more powerful spin attack, hint hint, this would be a lot easier. Which reminds me, I should actually keep an eye out for something like that, hint hint. I'm actually trying to think if there's enough things in an upcoming section to get that item before a boss I don't like. What am I doing? The grappling hook can work on these. Oh shoot, I was really worried I missed one, like on the ceiling or something. This should be a piece of heart, I presume. And treasure chart, that's what I meant. Number 37. Oh, shoot. Grab that real quick. Now, believe it or not, there's actually a lot more here. There's the shop ship. If we actually go to the actual menu for once, and go to Beetle's chart, this one has a helmet on, and that's important because it's a special shop ship. That's very expensive, so you need about 2,350 rupees for this, which luckily we do, which is kind of the reason why, presumably, the guide recommends getting all the treasures along the way. Because that puts us in a good spot to actually afford all the stuff, so we don't have to come back later, which is very convenient. Again, if I missed a piece of heart somewhere, that's gonna be fun trying to figure out which one I missed. Oh, fine welcome to you, young person that I've never seen before. You're so lucky to meet me at this time. This shop will close in just 7 more days, and I'm having a clearance sale. Empty bottle, MSRP, this is my last one. This empty bottle is a mere 500 rupees. Buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy. Oh, thank you so much. You're happy, I'm happy, we're all happy. You just left stick to browse, huh? Piece of heart, open price. This is my last one of these too. This piece of heart is only 950 rupees. Ta-da! And then finally, treasure chart, current price. This price may be high, but it'll pay off handsomely in the end. This treasure chart is just 900 rupees. Neat. Okay, so we have 3 bottles, right? Where's the 4th bottle now that I'm thinking about it? Come again. That's all he said. I just was making sure. There's one more thing we can actually get here, and I'm thus scouting out the area. There's also another sunken treasure we can actually get. Based on the screenshot, we're actually a piece of heart short, which is weird. But again, maybe just they did something slightly out of order. We'll hope for the best there, or I might have missed a treasure that they said to get. I'll double check in a moment. I wonder how long it's been since the light in Windfall's lighthouse went dark. It was quite a grand sight, I tell you. The way that ray of light shone out like a shaft of gold through the cold darkness. I used to gaze at it with dear Chilean. or Gillian. Anyway, I bet if someone could shoot a powerful spark into the top of that lighthouse, it would light up again. Of course, that's just my intuition talking. Then again, you should never doubt a fish's intuition, small fry. Neat. Okay. So, somewhere around Rockspar Island should be a gunboat. I see it. One of these, if I'm not mistaken, should actually have a piece of heart. Now, the million-dollar question is which one? Because I do not know. And again, fishing it up can be a little bit of a trial and error process. Never mind, it can actually be very easy, apparently. Ta-da! Orange rupees, that is not the one I was looking for. So, must be cannon boat number 2. Actually, finding it farther away is probably better, because it means you can actually see the ring of light a little bit better. Or not, because it just immediately went away anyway. Looked like it was about here. Again, sometimes when you play the game enough times, you can just kind of eyeball things. It's very convenient. Mind you, there's still a ton of treasures we have not gotten yet. Collected 3 so far. Yeah, it says this one should be number... It should be an even number. Like an odd number. So I definitely missed one somewhere that the guide says to get. And now there's the fun task of which one did I miss? I did one at Star Island for sure. Piece Heart 28 was treasure chart. I guess another thing to do would be to check every treasure chart and see which ones actually line up to pieces of heart and which ones I've actually missed. That would be an option. That would be not a convenient one. But yeah, that is technically an option. Windbreaker. Because, I mean, we'll be sailing for a bit here, so this is actually a good time to check. Treasure chart 10. Rupees. Dragon Roost, we got... Wait, that one's different. Where is that? That's Crescent Moon Island. Oh wait, that's where you get it, okay. Which is the next one that has a thing? Yeah, it's very concerning already missing a heart piece, to be honest, from where the guide's at. It's like, I need to, like, check that, I guess. 23, we got 24 is not what we're looking for. 30 is not accessible to us, actually. So it can't be that one. Got that one. 33 we got. 38 we got. Wait, I didn't open 37, but that's just rupees. 40, 44... 44 is also rupees. Weird. So yeah, I'm confused, because I don't know what I'm actually missing from where the guide's at. So that is, again, something for future me to have to parse through, I guess, because, again, I'm trying to do an 100% run. So yeah, that'll be fun. One nice thing about streaming a game, though, is at least you have a lot of footage to cross-reference with. Yeah, it probably was just something I missed, because I'm on my phone, for example. It's not the easiest to read. So yeah, I probably just missed something in passing. But yeah, like for example, this guide is at 33, and I'm at 32, so again, I'm one short somehow. And again, not even sure how that happened. But with that, I guess we're gonna move on, at least. And again, I'll figure out that mystery later of which one I'm actually missing. And again, it's like, it says 30 charts, which again, we're at 20. The guide says 29, we're at 30, so I got an extra chart somewhere, which is fun. And then it also says 33 out of 44 pieces of heart. So yeah, I am one short. I don't know which one it will be. Even during the break, I can actually probably look, huh? Try to skim through and see if I can figure out which one I'm missing. You know, while we're here, there's actually a piece on the map we didn't decipher yet. And I did open all these, right? Because that also would help. So yeah, based on what I'm seeing at least, it's got to be one that's not actually located through a treasure chart, which actually... Oh shoot, it's Anton and Lydia, I think. Because I think the guide mentioned that one already. And I do not have that one. So yeah, I think we're actually fine. I just had a small panic, because it's like, oh no, we're one short. It's like, wait a minute, that actually might line up. Huh, why is this all the way out here? When I can't even see the island it's supposed to be for. Like, am I just unobservant? Possibly. The answer could be yes. Alrighty, what do we got here? Silver Rupee. Genuinely, where the... No, wait, this is the same problem I had last time of like, where's the island? It's like, oh yeah, it's not here yet, I haven't done the story. My bad. But speaking of which, we will make our way over to our next destination. There's not even a fishman here, because there's not an island. Eastern Triangle Island. Alrighty, so with that, we will park here for now. That took a long time to stop. And we will get shot on the road, and actually, hopefully, make a little bit of story progress. I should save, it's been a bit, and I did a lot of side questing. So yeah, once we come back, we will see what happens when we place the final pearl. Hi, I am back. I should take a sip of this tea before I go any further. So yeah, after like 2 hours, we can finally actually make progress in this story. God, that took a bit. And I didn't even go as thorough as the guide is saying. Oh, that's fun. This Wii U gamepad's cable is so weak that it was actually losing battery because it wasn't actually charging. That's great. I need a new Wii U gamepad charger, but it's like, where do you even find that in the year 2026? Because like, that's not gonna be something you can just buy off the shelf very easily. Even buying used, it's like, they're still gonna be pretty beat up probably. I need to turn the music off too. Wow, I'm disorganized at the moment. It's fine, it happens. And we are once again ready to go. So, we are finally done with side questing for this stream. It took a long time. But with that taken care of, I think we're basically as ready as we can be, minus the one heart piece I missed, which again, I'm pretty sure I know which one it is at least, so I'm not as concerned. But, wandering traveler who seeks the guidepost of the goddesses, place the pearl you hold here. So yeah, we can finally get shot on the road with this. It's only been several hour side quest. You placed Ferora's pearl in the ancient statue's hands. You know, this cutscene is actually kind of interesting if you think about it, because they had to make 3 versions of this cutscene, depending on which statue you're at. Well, that did nothing. Psych. So yeah, it will be slightly different depending on which is the final pearl you place. I'm pretty sure, because it determines, like, the order of everything. And the statue, like the goddesses underneath, the statues do have slightly different appearances too. So yeah, very interesting. That's a lot of work to put in, actually. Maybe not, it's just 3 slightly different cutscenes. I also don't know if it would have to be entirely separate or just slightly different, like, instances of the same scene. But hey, you know that blank spot on the map? Yeah, this is what was supposed to be there. And the treasure chart even showed a little ring, and it's like, oh, what's that island? There's nothing here. It's like, yeah, no, that's by design. That's a big tower. Good thing I actually got the treasure, because it might send us straight in now that I think about it. No, wait, we get to sail in. There's a little bit of dialogue. Pretty sunsets, very lesbian coded. Happy Pride Month. This tower, which the pearls of the gods have caused to appear, is a place that the gods of the ancient world prepared so that they might test the courage of men. Only one who is able to overcome the trials that await here will be acknowledged by the gods to be a true hero. Only then will that hero be permitted to wield the power to destroy the great evil. Linkle, that which you must obtain now lies before you. You must believe in your own courage, which has led you to triumph over the many hardships you have faced, and you must triumph once again. You must rise above the trial of the gods. Well, no pressure, I guess. So yeah, unfortunately in this area we won't have a lot of wind to work with, so like sailing's gonna be a little slow. Not my favorite thing, actually. The Tower of the Gods is not one of my favorite dungeons, actually. This one is kind of annoying, I find. To navigate, especially this first room because of the rising water, which is kind of just a forced arbitrary timer. You'll end up having to wait around a lot just for the water to ebb and flow. We also have like electrified shoots. This is hurt. Okay. You basically need the boomerang to stun them, ideally. We also have torches, but we'll worry about that in a sec. Oh, yeah, this room. We can't do anything here yet. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure we'll get through this entire dungeon just tonight. If not, we'll finish it up next time. Yeah, this one's interesting. This should be a treasure chart in here, of course, but we can't hit that ice switch yet, so we just have to move on. We got the compass. And we can see where everything is, but we don't even have a map yet. It's very backwards in a way. It's fine. Yeah, this is a little cumbersome, if I recall correctly, because we need to light a torch. But the problem is getting the torch down to the water without it extinguishing. Oh, we need a key. If there's not a key in this chest, that would be very awkward, actually. Because I don't remember where the keys are. If it's like... Because I always try to go to the left first, and it's like, maybe this isn't what you're supposed to do. This is not what you're supposed to do. Okay, I can take a hint, game. Okay, moving on. Yeah, the major annoyance I have with the Tower of the Gods is just having to very slowly sail back and forth here. And then if you miss a cycle, you just have to wait, basically. Yeah, no. I tried, but alas. It feels like it's been a million years since I've had to do Tower of the Gods Vanilla, actually. Like, it's been a while since I've done this dungeon, legit. I'm not sure why this one gives me that impression and not the others. For some reason, I just remember the other ones more. But yeah, this also really loves block pushing puzzles, which is not my favorite thing. This just feels kind of slow, usually. You can also just be a little bit cheeky and try to do something not intended. Which is to try to blow this up without standing over there. That was too late. Or too early, actually. There we go. Just a gold choo-choo. Wow, that was not worth it, I guess. I will say sometimes the audio balancing on Linkle's voice lines feels a little inconsistent. Like, sometimes it comes through a little quiet. You got the dungeon map. Oh, that's awkward, actually. Because that raises the question, where the hell's the key? It's gotta be through here, I guess. I thought this was later, this little, like, side path. No, we can't do that part now. I think we have to do that part now, actually. Yeah, no, we have to do this first. Oopsie. Yeah, that gate goes all the way. Yeah, I don't know why instinctively every time I play this dungeon I go left when you cannot do anything if you go left. It's like you'd think after playing this game as many times as I have, I would remember that, but nope. But these little Armos that totally are not going to come alive will help us to get through here. Is this the annoying room? This is the annoying room, isn't it? How do you feel? No, wait, this isn't the annoying room. This is like the less annoying room. It's still on a timer by the nature of the box pushing the switch is light enough that it gets lifted up. But there's a room more annoying than this. I'm also like, where did that extra treasure chart come from? Like, where did I get that? Why am I at 30 and the guide's at 29? Did it not get the one from, No, I would have gotten that one. Yeah, I have no clue. I'm very confused on that. And that lowers that gate. So once again, gotta drop down. Once you get past all this like back and forth, I feel like the dungeon opens up and actually gets pretty fun. But just this opening stretch can be a little bit of a slog in my opinion. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it just feels a little tedious. I think this is the bad place to vocal stim for a second. I've been saying that a lot lately, is this is the bad place. I'm pretty sure most of my friends have not even seen the good place, but I still reference it anyway. Yeah, no, this is unironically the bad place. Block pushing puzzles on a time limit. How do you feel about that? Does that sound awful? Congratulations, you'd be correct. This is not fun. I'm gonna do something dumb. Wait, you actually... if you can't roll jump, that probably is not an option, huh? The problem is... Well, the small boxes don't really get you much, so I'm just gonna break that real quick. The problem is trying to actually create an even path where you can jump across. That actually might work, believe it or not, because it's diagonal, so that could actually work better. We'll see. We'll try it. Okay, this block is too far. Well, at full speed, it's too far. So I might need to actually spread them out a little bit more. Like, this one's like that. That actually might be good. This one at the end might be too far. I can always do a test jump though. I mean, that seems promising, so we'll give it a shot. I actually don't think I have enough time. Alas, she did not have enough time. Is there not a ladder up? That feels like an oversight. So you have to like manually climb up every time. The funniest part is dungeons are like the one thing I'm not using a guide for at the moment, because I don't need it for a dungeon. Because like the dungeons are pretty linear, except one, the Tingle treasure, or Tingle statue, and two, occasional backtracking for like a treasure chart here and there. I need to remember to get the chart in the arrow room at the very beginning of the dungeon. It actually might be easier to save that for, like, later. Or alternatively, if we don't finish the dungeon tonight, I can just get it when we reload, because we'll be at the start of the dungeon. So that is actually probably what I'll end up doing. And we'll just go through slowly. Key? Key. Okay. Finally. And we got choo-choos. Because of course, we can't have nice things. Luckily for us, and I'm not saying that, I'm totally not saying that facetiously, the choo-choos do float to the surface, they don't just drown. So if you want the choo-choo jelly, that's good, I guess, but if you don't want to fight them, then it's kind of frustrating. I'm surprised that counts as a wall, okay. Do we have time? It just made me think of that one Green Day song where it's like, do you have the time to listen to me whine? I don't know what song that is, actually. Like, I don't know the name of it, believe it or not. Wait, I already did that. Run. Run for it. Okay. What's the gimmick in this room? Does it just fight the guys? It's probably just fight the guys, huh? Which means I should probably not lure them up to the upper ledge, because that'll make my life harder. 2 for 1, hell yeah. Also, thank you for the hug, Serena, I appreciate you. We got a little rainbow bridge, like, well, not a rainbow bridge, it's a rainbow staircase. But either way, point still stands. We got the other little pylon-ish thing. I don't know if I want to take the time to break those. I kind of just want to get a move on, because we've already had a bit of a crash nap. Aw, I hope you're feeling okay. Feels like everyone's kind of out of it today, from what I've talked to. Or like from everyone I've talked to. It's just kind of one of those days, it feels like. Anyway, that's part 1 of the dungeon. We finally opened up the main little entryway to progress farther. I don't know what happened there. I swore it just rose up. It might have been the cutscene messing with it, if I had to guess, but that was very annoying. That I climbed all the way up and it's like, nope, back down. Nuh-uh. Again, one of the benefits of randomizers is sometimes you'll have the dungeon item and thus you can just get the treasure right away, instead of having to backtrack later. It's like, I'm not sure what speedrunners do for this. I guess just, like, trying to make cycles quickly. But god, this is frustrating. From a casual perspective, this is frustrating. I don't know what it's like from a speedrunning perspective. I feel like it'd be more annoying, actually. Oh yeah, I also don't have much in the way of supplies, which is not ideal. Oh shoot, this is a BMOS. There are 2 kinds, one that shoots like straight across and tries to home in on your location to block your progress, and the other will just track you literally. So I actually find the other type more annoying. Oh, what? Oh shoot, that's not positioned right, what? Did it like slide off or something? Or is it just like pausing me because I was stepping on it? That was weird. I don't remember seeing that happen before. Oh, this game is full of surprises sometimes. I think that's the takeaway. I still love this game, by the way. This is still my, like, second... Well, no, it's still probably my, like, actual favorite Zelda. How much of that's nostalgia? Yes. But the point still stands. Again, invisible chest that you have to blow up, and that's a tingle thing. Again, you'd have to use the tingle tuner on GameCube, meaning this is completely unobtainable on NSO. You got the Goddess Tingle statue. Its salty seawater coating is kind of gross. It will be waiting for you on Tingle Island. That's more info on that than I really needed. Now we're on the main hub of the dungeon. Believe it or not, it took this long to get to the main hub. But we have a fun little challenge ahead. By fun, I mean, oh no, I'm scared. Oh shoot. Hey, guess we did the exact same thing as before, where it's like, oh wait, that's not the item I have equipped there. Yeah, I'm like, why did I put it on ZR? Should swap these two. Okay, more rainbow stuff. Okay, happy Pride Month. But we got this over here. Seeker of the Goddess's guidepost. Press ZR to call me and guide me to my place of truth. In vanilla, Link will actually say "come on," which is some of the only spoken words Link ever has outside of the CDI games, for obvious reasons. Again, a lot of the voice lines were just taken, that I'm using for this mod were taken from Hyrule Warriors, so there's not like an exact analogous one-to-one. I guess actually, like, I think my preference would be to find someone who sounds similar to Linkle, and then just re-record everything, because then you'd be able to match all the voice lines. Oh, we have to come back here. Cool. There's a lot of backtracking in this dungeon, I'm realizing. Yeah, depending on how this goes, do not let me forget there's a treasure on the first floor that I didn't get. Yeah, I still don't have the boss key, too. That's another thing I'm missing. Alrighty, so we got this. How do you feel about 4 songs? There appear to be markings that indicate specific directions. So this is, I think, the first mandatory 4/4 song. It's, to me, kind of a droning song, to the point that, like, you learn the command melody. It definitely doesn't get old in a later dungeon. Definitely doesn't drive me insane. My kin wait beyond the doors, control them, and guide them to their places of truth to open the path to the goddess. Neat. And there it goes. So, TLDR, we have to get 3 statues over here. I was thinking the 3 statues just made me think of Tikal, of all things, in Sonic Adventure. 2 stone statues restored to the past. Yeah, if you played that game, you will be sick of that voice line probably. Can I cheese this? I can cheese this. Wow, okay. That's good to know. I never thought to try that before, but that's way faster than, like, grappling across. We will have to grapple across, I'm pretty sure, but, like... That's a big gap. I don't think I can make that. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not gonna risk it. But, like, I just see that gap and I'm like, I wonder if that's possible. Because I'm pretty sure, actually, I've had to do that. Like, I'm pretty sure I've had to make that in rando. Because it said it wasn't logic, and I'm like, okay. And then I was able to glide across. Probably a tight jump, but still, oh. Wrong way. Linkle stands on it, and then does this. I like how the notes look. Instead of just like a flat yellow, they're kind of like textured. It's very pretty. This remake is very divisive. A lot of people, or remaster more accurately. It's very divisive. A lot of people dislike the artistic changes, and I can definitely agree with some of them. Again, the bloom is too aggressive, but other than that, I kind of don't mind a lot of it. A lot of it's just, this is the same game, but higher texture quality. Hi, what do you want to say? Linkle, it is I, the King of Red Lions. I'm afraid there are some areas to which you will not be able to bring the servants of the tower, but do not fear leaving them behind. Once you have awakened them, they will wait patiently for your return. Of this I assure you. So basically saying they won't like reset positioning if you leave. I think they might warp to whatever door you went through last or something. I think that might be how this works. Alright, let's do this again, because I'm not wanting to do that the right way, quote unquote. I'm gonna do something. This is not necessary, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, so load a new instance for some reason. I don't know why, actually. But anyway, mini-boss time, we got a Dark Nut. I'm proud of me for figuring out how to mod stuff on hardware. Oh, thank you, Serena. That's very sweet of you. So one fun thing is there's like 4 Dark Knights, or Dark Nuts, that all count as different enemies. So if you want to actually like get the photos, you have to like figure out which ones you need and then manually photograph all of them. A couple of them I think are missable, like I don't think they show up after a certain point. Like one with a cape, one with like a special helmet, stuff like that. Like those are counted as different enemies. Yeah, it was interesting to learn. And having to like navigate all the software to like repack the game into a format that the Wii U itself can then put onto the hard drive of the console. Yeah, I appreciate it. I consider myself relatively tech savvy. So part of it was like me liking the Linkle mod and wanting to highlight it. Another part of it was like me just wanting to see if I could get it running, because like getting it running on like an emulator is like, that's easy. Getting it running on hardware, that's a little bit more work. And thus I kind of wanted to challenge myself, and also just, you know, it runs a little smoother in some ways because it's vanilla. You got the Hero's Bow, set it to Y, X, or R, and then use it with the button you've set it to. Hold the button to knock an arrow, and release the button to shoot. You can carry up to 30 arrows. What I mean by vanilla was more so like, emulation can be a little off at times, so like, legit, I find if I can get away with using real hardware, I generally prefer it because it offers a slightly more, like, accurate experience, if that makes sense. Even if in the case of like Wind Waker, the game lags to hell every time there's too many effects on screen, it's not like ideal, but again, it is accurate compared to just like stutter from like shader compilation. That's like the biggest issue I've had with like Wii U, especially. It's like shader compilation, which is like a big problem with PC gaming anyway nowadays. I really hate shader compilation stutter. It's very annoying. Well, that took a bit. Yeah, I don't know if we're getting through this dungeon or not tonight, because there's also a lot of cutscene too. But like, we're almost done, actually. There's only one major room left. And one, like, side room over here that we might as well go do. Oh shoot, hi, we have Wiz robes now. I almost said Riz robe, but it's like, that's not correct. Come on. Okay. Not smooth, but hey, we got it. Desperately in need of an arrow upgrade, but we actually need 2 other items to actually get arrow capacity up. Mind you, the 2 items we'll get right away as soon as we're done. with this dungeon, because the prereq for that is the bow itself, so it's not a big deal. These are like... Actually, don't know what the little ones are called. I think these are Armos, but I forgot what the others are called. Oh, that doesn't count. I was gonna try to cheese it because I realized, wait, I could have taken a photo of that. This is, again, the million-dollar question of also, how do I go back for the other chest, too? Like, do I do that now, or do I save it? Because I know me, I'm probably gonna forget. Try pendant. That's actually kind of useless now. I wish I had thought about that, or known about that sooner. Because I could have saved myself a little headache. Oh, okay. Someone's not happy to see me, I guess. I mean, it's right here. I can probably run over and do this real quick. Watch this be what determines if I can beat the boss within the stream or not. If I run out of time. We can also deal with Beamos now. We can crack the sphere using an arrow. Where the hell is King Red Lion's gonna be? Oh, he's just right where we left him. Okay. Alrighty. This might be... Yeah, every dungeon has something you have to backtrack for, and it's mildly annoying. Like, literally every dungeon has, like, a thing at the very beginning that you have to go back for. Also, that's not arrows. Okay. Right, I swapped off. I'll have to swap bombs back in a bit. As a reminder, this game does have gyro. I'm using a Pro Controller to spare my wrists. I've been having wrist problems anyway, without having to hold the Wii U gamepad for 3 hours. I like the Pro Controller. Again, I just wish the right stick was down low. And that it had gyro. And the treasure chart, as always. It's always a treasure chart for those obscure chests like that. Just gonna ignore you. Like I said, totally not gonna come to life. Well, at least the cycle was kind to us, though we definitely won't make it to the door in time. We definitely won't make it to the door in time, okay. Actually, it would have been cutting it close, but I don't think we had enough time. We are running dangerously low in magic, which isn't a great feeling. I mean, hypothetically, we could actually get the arrow capacity now if we left the dungeon, fought Cyclos, and then got an upgrade. But actually, I think the game actually stops you. I'm like 90% sure there's an event trigger. So you have to do something else first. Yeah, I'm like pretty sure actually that if you go as soon as you can, the game will stop you. You'd be like, yo, come back later. And it's like, oh, thanks. Love it. I actually really dislike when games do that, because it's like, if you know what to do and you can do it early, like, why stop you? I don't understand. But hey, how do you feel about tipping the scales? How do you feel about, like, precariously placing a bomb on the edge of a platform and hoping you don't blow yourself up in the process? How do you feel about carefully lobbing a bomb so it actually hits the thing you're trying to hit with it? God, this bat is the most annoying. There we go. Yeah, you actually do have to throw it. So, have fun! I should stand right here, because then if I mess it up, I'll be right here and it will still blow it up probably. Yeah. Just tank a bomb explosion, it's fine. More Armos, by the way. Oh shoot, these come to life once we do this. If you see a little thingy on the floor like the one we saw in Island of Steel, we can do this. The bomb's just gonna be there for a bit because it'll be interrupted over and over again. Also, did they actually think of this? Oh shoot, they come to life now. Okay. I don't know what angle we need for that. It's just, I don't know how many of these we actually run into, so I was just thinking about maybe trying to get the photo now, so we don't have to worry about it. Because I kind of do... Ow. I kind of do want to get the Nintendo Gallery, though off stream, obviously. I don't want to subject everyone to that. And the treasure chart. Cool. Oh, I forgot the scales reset. Guess we'll do this thing over here first, then. Not that I'm pretty sure there's anything that important over here, but, like, we might as well, right? We're here. How do you feel about platforming in a Zelda game? Is it not your favorite thing in the world? Then too bad, because they make you platform a lot in this game, it feels like. If you have a later dungeon item, you can actually cheese this section pretty easily, because you can actually grapple to the chest, and that saves yourself a lot of headache. I'm running dangerously low on magic. No, this game does irk me sometimes. I love this game, but sometimes the controls especially just kind of piss me off. Because of just how, like, temperamental the controls are around, like, ledges and stuff. I got a small key. Okay, that's good. Love to see it. Like, oh my god, aiming without gyro does not feel great. It's like, when a game is designed around gyro and then you have to use not gyro, it kinda sucks, actually. That was dumb, but it worked, so I'll take it. I'm just gonna do this so I don't keep fighting that. Alright. That was sloppy, but we got it. And jump up, superstar. And that was a lot of effort for a joy pendant. Oh my god, okay. Let it go, as they say in the song. That reminds me, I've still never finished Kingdom Hearts 3. That's a weird segue, but like... I was trying to binge all the Kingdom Hearts games before 3 came out in 2019. I got to Dream Drop Distance. I skipped Chain of Memories. I kind of want to go back for it. I don't think I should go back for it, but I kind of want to. Just because I've seen all of 358 Days now, and I'm a little murky on the details. This is a very annoying section, by the way. It's very easy to botch certain jumps here. Okay, I'm glad I found magic in the last room, because we might be in trouble otherwise. I like Link just screaming. It's like, no indoor voice. Not that Link has much of an indoor voice with his command voice line. Can I yeet this? I probably can't yeet this far enough, huh? Me trying to be lazy. But again, it doesn't play the song like you played the command melody. It doesn't do that in this, so like that does cut down the time significantly compared to the original. Cause yeah, that takes a long time to sit through. Oh yeah, now we have to deal with Wizrobes, my favorite. I do like the Wizrobe designs, I just find them annoying and to like actually fight in this game. Alright, okay. One might be Armos and one might be Armos Knight. That might be the difference. So we need 3 statues minimum to get across. Okay, cool. I sometimes botch that jump, so I was like kind of holding my breath for a sec. Cause I don't always feel the most confident doing stuff like that. But that's the bulk of the dungeon. There's like one more room that's kind of set up to be blunt. and then that's kind of it. And then we're actually done with 3/5 of the dungeons. So yeah, this game doesn't have much, because again, if you go by Tinkle statues, I guess, that as a quantifier, you would not account Forsaken Fortress as a dungeon. One thing that always throws me off a little is that there's Forbidden Woods and Forsaken Fortress as names. They kind of run together to me. I sometimes find myself trying to say like Forsaken Woods, and it's like, wait a minute, that's not correct. Okay, so Beamos and Armos. So what we want to do is haul these over here, plop them down, and of course it can't be that easy, right? The game has to be a little mean, so when we do this, fancy chest, that means big key. Got the big key, hell yeah. And of course, the Armos are gonna come alive and we have to fight them. So what you want to do is get behind them and then whack them in the back. Actually no, these aren't one time. You have to fight them in an optional, sort of not optional thing. I was about to say optional and then like, wait a minute, you actually do have to do that, huh? Like half of it at least. There's like a section, like an enemy gauntlet that you sort of have to do. That's semi-required for part of it at least. But yeah, these are the other Beamos types, the blue ones. I don't know how you're supposed to get past these. I try to side flip usually, like side jump. And mileage varies. I usually just tank a hit and then use iframes. Because I don't know what you're well, actually, what you're supposed to do is use an arrow to do it like that. But I'm lazy. But yeah, there's friendly fire. That's nice in this game. A gold feather that we do not need anymore. And yeah, that actually works. The arrows work on the regular Beamos too, but like, because they're tracking you, that's a little bit harder to maneuver. Yeah, we're actually at the end already, believe it or not. But obviously we still have a boss. Can we do this? Yeah, spoiler, this is not just an ordinary wall hanging. You have done well to find your way to this place. O Chosen One. Accept this final challenge. Hey, why does Nintendo love this boss concept so much? It's so weird to me. Like, sometimes a game will come out and it's like, oh hey, the final boss is just hands again. It's like, are you for real? Like, I guess spoilers for a game that didn't come out recently but had an upgrade recently, but like, there's a game that's like, why do we still have the hands? Like, just as the final boss being hands again? Why does this keep happening? But this is a big statue guy. I forget his name, actually. But just gotta pop him in the eyes. That sounds awful as someone who has an actual trigger with that. But then pop a bomb in his mouth. Again, this is such a Nintendo boss fight, it's kind of fun and also mildly infuriating at the same time. Because it's so, like, cliche Nintendo. Like, it makes me wonder, like, one, if there's like a folklore component to it, and two, if that is the case, why does no one else do it? So my gut feeling is they just kind of like reusing hands. They like throwing hands for some reason. Alright, so far so good. Another bomb. What the hell is this boss's name? I'm gonna find it as soon as we're done with the boss, ironically. The biggest issue is when, even when locking on, you solve the problem of hitting a moving target sometimes, so I'm deliberately waiting for them to, like, slow down a bit. Shoot. Okay. If you run out of arrows, the boss will give you arrows, so don't worry about running out. Obviously, okay, case in point, don't, you know, play super reckless, but, yeah, they do give you arrows if you run out. But hey, last arrow, made it count. Path can now be opened. Oh, chosen one. What will now come to pass is tied to your fate, to the path that you have chosen. Go forward with caution. Hey, dumb question, after this very dramatic moment, did I steal a Knight's Crest from the Dark Nut, now that I think about it? I don't remember if I did. I think I forgot to. Oopsie, because we need 10 Knight's Crests, so, whoops. Anyway. Shrug, yeah, I completely was not paying attention. But yeah, the boss remounts onto the wall, so if you're doing the photos, you can actually come back here and take a photo of him in his dormant state, and that counts. By the way, the boss's name is Godon. Because I did not say that. Alright, we got a big bell. I have occasionally seen this in the daytime, and it feels very weird when that happens. I just realized this does make me think of Doctor Who with the cloister bells and the TARDIS. Now we have a little portal. Now this is gonna be very awkward. What happens if you save in this segment, now that I think about it? You have done well, Linkle. It would seem the gods have acknowledged you to be a true hero, but this does not mean your trials have ended here. Once you take your first step into the world beyond the ring of light you see shimmering in the waves before you, your true trial will begin. Are you ready, Linkle? Yeah. Like, what happens if we save down here? Like, what's that gonna do? Like how Linkle's just like, oh wait, I can breathe. Cool. Very nonchalant. Yeah, like, where is save? Like, if we save after doing a story event, it's gonna put us outside, which means we actually skip a bunch of combat encounters, I'm pretty sure, that I would like to do. Unless they account for that and they put you in the room where you get the next item we're getting. So, like, I'm genuinely not sure what's gonna happen when we come back next time, depending, because I don't think we're getting through this entire combat encounter. I'm probably going to stop as soon as I get the item. Which means, yeah, no, this might be very awkward. I, again, don't know what's gonna happen. You're probably wondering where we are, aren't you? Unfortunately, there is not enough time for me to explain it to you now. Once you're able to strike down Ganon with the item you obtain in this castle, all will be made clear to you. Trust in my words, see what awaits you in the castle. Well, I'll trust him. By the way, you can actually take a picture of the King of Red Lions. You cannot take a picture of the King of Red Lions. Okay, make me a liar, don't you? Why don't you, game? But inside here we have a bunch of frozen enemies. Time has been stopped here. And we have a statue of the hero. I do love the freeze frames on the enemies, it's very fun. We got a king, and we got a very interesting looking group of a princess and her attendants, and they look very familiar. Huh, probably doesn't mean anything, right? Oh yeah, how do you feel about block pushing? Alright, Linkle, I'll need you to listen to me for a moment. The item you seek is hidden somewhere in this castle. To find it, you must find the entrance to the basement. That entrance has been blocked by a mighty threshold, firmly sealed to prevent evil from ever gaining access. Do you know where to search and what you must do to open the hidden way? You must find a clue in the shape of the heraldry near where we arrived at the castle. Cool. These blocks annoy the hell out of me, if I'm being blunt. Like, trying to maneuver them is hell. It's very frustrating, I find. I feel like pulling actually works better. Like so. Voila. Well, that's one. Wait. Okay. This one, I guess. I'm gonna put this one on the far side. I think that'll make my life easier. Oh, no. That one's going a little off course, actually. Like, I don't understand how these pivot. That's the part that messes with me a lot. I think it depends on what side you push on, which is like, why did not only kid me, but like adult me never figure that out? Like, genuinely? Why didn't I ever think that it's depending on if you pull on the left side or the right side? That's so obvious. Hey, I'm smart. Did you know that? I'm observant, too. I'm very observant. Totally. Alright, that opens that up. Real quick. Yeah, we did get a nice crest, so I did actually steal one. Because we had 2 going in. Now I have 3, I think. Big ass statue room. And something very special. Excellent, Linkle. To perceive such a puzzle and decipher it is no small feat. Now take the sword that lies before you. It is none other than the Master Sword, the Blade of Evil's Bane. It is the only sword that can banish Ganon from the world above. So yeah, that made all the enemies unfreeze. It restored time to the area. So yeah, common trope in Zelda games, the sword is sealing away something bad. In this case, all the monsters are down here. So oopsie, we just kind of restored them all. Unfortunate. I do like this imagery, the swords all meeting in the center. You got the Master Sword, the legendary blade with the power to repel evil, once wielded by the legendary hero herself. And there we go. Truth be told, we have 5 minutes. I don't think that's enough time to get through here, actually. So part of me is like, do I just stop early a little bit? Because that was like a pretty solid chunk of time just getting through that dungeon. So yeah, I might actually just call it here. Again, the $1 million question I have is, I have no clue where it's going to put us when I load back in. Because normally it starts you at the outside of an area, but if it does that, we will skip an event. So that's why I'm so fascinated, wondering what's going to happen here. So yeah, I think we are going to stop there though. That was good progress. Again, got through most of the side stuff I wanted to do, and also finally got through dungeon number 3. So yeah, when we come back to this game in a bit, we will be tackling whatever awaits us in Hyrule Castle, and then some stuff back on the ocean surface. Owie, I'm stiff. You know what? Actually ending early makes up for like going along the last time. I'm actually so curious. I'm gonna do this now. I'm just wondering what's gonna happen. I know we're not ending in the exact place we stopped, but again, I'm genuinely wondering where this is gonna start us. Oh, okay, they thought of it. They just start you in this room. Cool. So we're fine. Nothing skipped over. Cool. Okay, good progress. Well, yeah. With that, we are done here. Thank you all for watching. This was a lot of fun. Again, sorry, it was mostly just side quests. But I do genuinely think we made good progress overall. And, we shouldn't be bogged down by too many side quests next time. Though the guide is saying to do the trading quest now, and it's probably gonna say to do the withered trees, yeah, so that's gonna take a bit if we follow that sequence. But the game actually locks us out from getting the next major thing, so that'll probably only take like half an hour to an hour to do both the withered trees and the rest of the trading quest that we have left. So we probably would be in decent position to do the next major story event, which I'm happy about. And after that, I think we'll be back to exploring, and also we'll get to see another mod and hope it works. Because I did mod one more thing that has not come up yet. If it completely breaks, oopsie. But yeah, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, you can follow for notifications when I go live in the future. I have a YouTube channel for posting little edited down versions of streams into an episodic format. I have a vlog channel as an archive. I have a Blue Sky for posting updates on when I go live and other miscellaneous posts. I have a Ko-Fi as a tip jar and a throne for sending me gifts, the latter two being completely optional, but any additional support is greatly appreciated. With that being said, I'm tired. Schedule for the week. Tuesday, as in tomorrow. Well, it depends on when I wake up, because whenever I'm ready to go, I might not even eat beforehand, just to be ready sooner. But whenever I'm ready to go, I want to check out the Nintendo Direct, assuming it's worthwhile, at least because it'll probably have Fire Emblem. Just because that's like the last Nintendo game that hasn't been dated of what they announced last September. I might actually talk about some of the other trailers for like other games announced for events I didn't want to cover. Danganronpa, I swear to God, Serena, if Danganronpa's in there. Wednesday, will it actually be Mina the Hollower this time? The world will never know. Just for some reason, every time I try to do Mina, something comes up. So hopefully it actually happens this time. Friday will be hopefully more Wind Waker. We will finish up Hyrule Castle for now, and then move on to a couple more side quests. The last really big meaty side quests, which will be nice to have out of the way, and then the next big story event. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Oh, then the guide's saying to do like the eye reefs after, which I think is actually a good time for that, but oof, that's gonna take a bit. They all have very good hidden things, so it's worth doing. It's just kind of like, it's gonna be a time sink. Yeah, I think next stream is gonna be a little time consuming just because of like side stuff again. But again, we're running out of side stuff to actually do is the thing. Oh, that's where the other bottle was, I forgot. But yeah, I'm tired. I never even closed that Blue Sky post. I had the tab open this whole time. What dungeon is that? I was just checking who's live, just out of curiosity. That's pretty late into the game, but that's also a 30-year-old game. I also rate this person a lot, so I'm just looking at options. Not spoilers, that's, again, someone we rate a lot. That's a game that, that's definitely spoilers, yeah. The problem is whenever I decide I want to rate someone, it feels like they're always doing spoilery stuff. Or it's just the same people I always end up rating. Which doesn't really help very much. I'm also just very tired. Today has not been the easiest day, but yeah. Oh hey, Mina the Hollow has sold 500,000 copies. That's pretty cool. Again, I would like to stream a bit of Mina on Wednesday, at least start the game and just show it off a bit. But yeah, I think we're just gonna end because I'm too out of it to think of a raid message in this current headspace. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Again, next stream will hopefully be tomorrow. My target time would be somewhere between 2 and 3 for the Nintendo Direct. Assuming there isn't anything that's like, yeah, no, I don't want to show a Direct that has X game announced in it, kind of a thing, which I don't know if that's likely, but I don't want to jinx this. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Good night, everyone. Take care. Hope everyone has a good... I normally say hope everyone has a good rest of their night, but I forgot. But yeah. Good night, everyone.